Hello everyone. Welcome officially to Cash Academy Tournament number 4. This is Super Bruce speaking, and today we have Yoon with us today.
Hello, glad to be here to do the seed review, and of course, thank you to the hosts who have been working really hard, trying to fix the stats that have been a bit funky, but we have finally got it to work, I think. So we can finally get into this seed review very quickly.
Indeed. We're sorry for the inconvenience, but we are finally ready to see the reveal for these seeds, and we're quite excited to show it to you all. So hope you tied in and let us start right away. Unfortunately, the very first players who we will mention will not be making it to the tournament. First one is gonna be Adrian Laser,
Yeah,
positioning on seed
unfortunately.
number 93. Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there.
But yeah,
Overall,
good
the
try.
stats, yeah, good try. Number 2 and Hard Rock 1 were their best performance. Yeah, those are the overall stats.
Yeah. Can move on to the next one, to seed number 92. Flyboy Joshua, who will unfortunately not be making it too, but still, good try nonetheless. Relatively better average, and yeah, with the best, with the better rankings being on the hard rock and the double time as well. But unfortunately, yeah, we can try again another time. But thank you for joining the tournament. Next up,
And next we have seed number 91, which is gonna be Moshiku. Moshiku getting a very good performance on that Noma 2. I think it's the first 400k plus we get. Also, we cannot overlook that hidden 2 plus those DT stats, so there's still room for improvement there. Good job on those scores. Unfortunately, you couldn't make it. Better luck next time. And seed 90 is gonna be BJ. I mean, not BJ. Bcraft MG. This player
peaking and hidden, yeah, peaking and hidden,
really good.
Quite well, yeah, still doing quite recently.
And also the DT2. They do seem to be very more comfortable on those converts specifically. Very cool. Next up is C89. It's gonna be
Nabdilzad.
Nabdilzad.
Yeah. Still not bad. A decent average altogether, but still, unfortunately, not enough to make the tournament. But yeah, good job on that hard rock and the no mod. Going high, getting a decent average on both of those. But yeah,
That's
unfortunately.
especially No Mod 2 and DT2. It seems like we're starting to see 2 400k scores from now on beyond these seeds. But yeah, next up is seed 88, and it is Sayu Yuyuko. And yeah, right as well, I just said 400k, and we immediately get the first 500k plus score on that Noma 2. Noma 2 seems to be quite comfortable for a lot of players so far. And also getting 400k plus on Hidden 1 and DT1. Almost closer it out there on that DT2, so definitely good improvement there.
Yeah, good tries nonetheless. And we'll be moving on to seed 87. That is Sky. I do not know how to pronounce the last name. Sky 9.
Sky 9.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Sky 9. Yes. So, yeah, we can see the averages are going higher a little bit more, getting upward, going to the middle 80s with the double time, doing a nice 500k on it, with 80 and then 86 plays altogether on the hard rock. So yeah, good tries nonetheless. And yeah, unfortunately eliminated, but still, we'll hope to see you back in cat in like in a future cat of this one. Yes.
And next up we have seed 86, and that is Cessna. And actually got some really good scores here. Over 500k plus on number 1, number 2, and both hit-ins. Really solid there. Maybe lacking a little bit when it comes to DC1, but not so much. They almost got 400k. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to qualify. It's a little unfortunate. Next up, we have seed 85, which is Gamer Chris. Gamer Chris getting really exceptional stats here with hidden, both hidden 1 and hidden 2. And we also did see a good performance on DT1. Unfortunately, the other stats could get some work. They were balanced on Nomad in general, but unfortunately that hidden was just not enough.
Yeah. But still, a very, very exceptional hidden player, a very promising hidden player, so hopefully we'll be able to see something come out of that in the future. We can move on to the next one, which will be 84. C84 will be Raybeen, one of our beloved graphics artists. Unfortunately, will not be able to make it. She managed to make a really good appearance inside the recent CWC if y'all were watching, with that amazing storyboard on one of the customs. But yeah, unfortunately for Cat, she will not be making it. And good tries nonetheless, decent averages, but still just a little short. Nice try. Yeah, we can move on to seed 83. Uesugi Futaro with the 83rd position. Gonna be peaking in no mod and hidden, but falling a little bit short on the hard rock and the double time. So not nice tries on it. A pretty good score on no mod 2. Just to note on that. On that. But yeah, unfortunately, just a little bit shy.
Very impressive. First 700k score, almost 800k. But as you can see, they placed number 60 on number 2. So number 2 being a quite competitive and score demanding map overall. So it's gonna be quite interesting what we're gonna see beyond this point for number 2. But that is seed number 83. Seed number 82 is gonna be 2. What you said? It was only 2.
Yeah, because 2, something like that. Yeah, that works. Unfortunately, another one fallen, but still with 80. Yeah, with decent scores on hard rock and double time. You see, the best score being on Nova 3 and on hard rock 1. It seems, and then a decent average between like the 2 double times. So yeah, good job. But yeah, good job to you. But still, unfortunately, just falling a little bit shy of that round 64.
And up next, we got seed 81, which is Obese Rodent, and we're starting to see some sort of balance here, especially on that number 1 and number 2. Almost getting 600k on number 3. But I'd say overall, pretty good stats. Maybe having a hard time on the hard rock in general, but still just having enough score to score this seed. Unfortunately, not making it to the tournament, but still very good effort on their part. Next up, seed 80 is It's gonna be Jellyfishy.
Oh, look at that hidden score. That hidden score is doing really nicely. 59 position overall for both in both the hiddens. Very, very promising hidden player we can see here. But yeah, falling a little bit short on like the no mod and the rest of the other mods as well. Still, very good try. Very impressive and promising hidden player, I think, from both hidden players here inside this cast. Very, very good to see people picking up hidden.
Indeed. It's a really good sight to see. And next up, seed number 79. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I think it's Aegis.
Yeah, I would say Aegis. Yeah,
Aegis my
Aegis.
love. And yet another 700k on that number 2, but still the seeding number 73 again. This is a very score demanding map overall. But as for the other stats, seems like they seem to be more consistent on the specifics. The converters are lacking a little bit, except for that DT2.
Yeah.
So good balance overall, and good job. Wasn't enough to make it to qualify, but still, I see some good performance there. So you cannot ignore that. Next up is seed 78.
GBY. So that is going to be a 69th position on that no mod with, as we can just all see, that average of that no mods pool is rising up. Good converts, a good convert play in like that no mod 3, but like hidden lacking just a little bit. Seems that converts are GBY's strength in this case, but unfortunately, not enough to carry them to that qualification spot of like round 64. If I'm not wrong. Yeah. But yeah, good job nonetheless. We move on to the 77th position plus Flower. They'll be having a very nice DT run with a 43rd position on that DT2. 700k on that, very nice, and a good average, a good decent middle of the middle ground average of 60, around like 660k on that no mod, which is also quite good. Yeah, unfortunately, just not enough to just make it over that qualification line, but good job nonetheless. A promising DT player.
And with that, we have the seed number 76, which is the Chaos Emperor. And yet again, very solid average score on an average position, I'd say, on the hidden. A really good score there, as well as at Nomad 2, specifically, the other Nomads almost reaching 600k. And I see there's a better performance on the Hard Rock 2 and almost reaching 600k on DT1, which is not bad. But that it will be your seat number 76. On to seat number
yeah,
75.
Being Ahmed.
I think I've seen this player before somewhere.
But look at that hidden score, honestly. Like, if only that was like, I wish that was enough to like carry them over, because this is like the first. I think, is this the first time we've seen over a top 30 position so far for any map? I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. Very impressive hidden scores. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough to make the cut. And also, we cannot ignore those DT scores, almost scoring 700 on DT2.
Yeah.
It's honestly not bad.
Yeah, honestly, just keep at it with that hidden. Honestly, that is very impressive to see, and a joy to see more hidden players rising up. So yes, good job. But yeah, can try again maybe next year, or just keep at it to go for like a higher tournament like for CWC. That hidden skill is going to be very, very useful. Now we can move on to number 74. That will be Martial Racer with another decent score on Hidden and also double time as well. And honestly, 73 positions of No and Hard Rock, not too bad as well. Good to see people. I think I would consider this relatively all-rounded. But yeah, just not enough to qualify, but still a decent effort nonetheless. So good job. And we can move on to seed number 73. That will be Torty 789. We see a decent no mod showing and a hidden showing as well. Just more and more people getting decent scores on that hidden, having good runs on hidden, but falling a little short on the Hard Rock and double time compared to the rest, especially Hard Rock. But yeah, a good showing nonetheless, and yeah, good effort.
We also gotta quickly point out after you mentioned shout 821k on the normal 2, still 94th place.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be quite high for those higher up positions. Next up, seed number 72, which is gonna be Attendiendo.
Yeah, I think Attendi. How? Oh, we're both like struggling on this. Attendiendo, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky in English, I guess. I just tried to.
Look at that hidden.
Yeah, that hidden. It is barely scratching that 800k position number
average
36. Yeah, average 35, which is really impressive. Unfortunately, the other scores were just a little bit too short. Still enough to get that seed 72, but yeah, it just simply wasn't enough. You also can't ignore that Hard Rock 2 on a convert. Almost 700k.
Not too bad as well on that. It's just, can definitely see just one very very high, very like strong prowess in that hidden slot, but just not enough to carry them enough. But yeah, good effort nonetheless, and keep it up with the hidden. We love to see that. Moving on, we have 71 plays. We're creeping closer and closer. We got Dash Lion. Lion's gonna be a good, has got some good Hard Rock scores. 1-8. Notably, look at that 800. Look at the 868k on that Hard Rock 2. 25th place overall. Very very.
That is honestly, that is impressive. Especially coming from a convert Hard Rock.
Yeah,
overall,
very
well
good
balanced.
effort.
Yeah, well balanced. And up next we have seed 70. We're almost reaching seed number 64, but this time we have seed 70. Lee the Noob?
Yeah.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Lee the Noob?
Yeah, Lee the Noob, I guess. Yeah. Lee's gonna have a decent showing on hidden. Slightly, like, quite a decent showing as well on the No Mod with 850k on No Mod 2, but falling a little short on that convert slot. And Hard Rock and Double Time seems to be a little bit of a having a little bit of a struggle for them, but still not too bad overall. Very close to qualifying, so good effort on that part. So yeah, can go and move on to that 69th position. See who is there. It's Arclaris with quite honestly, I would say this is quite a good overall in terms of, like, on average, quite all-rounded. 59th on that No Mod with I would say an average score around like 700 in the 700s already, 700k. Little bit falling short a little bit on the hidden and the double time, but Hard Rock a good actually on the upper end of the 700 of that 700k average. So very good showing on Hard Rock, just falling short on double time and hitting a little bit. But yeah, good job nonetheless.
Indeed. Very good balance score. Mostly exceeding on that Hard Rock too. But yeah, quite balanced. Up next we have seed number 68, which is gonna be Clemmy. And we do see that again, quite balanced stats here. We do see a higher a higher average on hidden number 50 on that same position. Unfortunately, I think they just fell short on that DT2. Maybe if they score a little bit more, perhaps their seed could have been a little bit higher and just enough to qualify, but it's unfortunately just wasn't enough. But these scores aren't bad at all for qualifiers out.
Yeah, very, very good effort, and we're just creeping closer and closer, finding out who is going to be on the cusp of making that 64th. We're going to move on to 67 to see who is going to fall into that slot. Unfortunately, it's going to be Colombina. Unfortunately, not making it. Just falling a little shy of that spot. Quite a good all-rounded set of scores from what I see. I think honestly in the upper 600k to just flat 700ks on everything, with a few with a particularly good standout performance on Hard Rock, with I think average of 750k. But yeah, very, very good try nonetheless. Now I can move on to 66. Who will be there? It's going to be Asvid Plays. Unfortunately, not just falling right underneath that cusp. Couple positions short, but you can see that Hard Rock and Double Time really doing them service, but just a little bit shy with that Nomad and that Hidden. Not going to be enough to carry them above. Struggling a little bit on Nomad 1, but still we must really take a look at the fact that look at that Hard Rock 2. Hard Rock 2, basically 850k. Double Time 2, almost 800k, just underneath it. Very good scores. Just a little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more you could have qualified. Good try.
And finally we have the last player who unfortunately just couldn't make it by just one seed. And seed number 65, which is gonna be
oh no,
Forsaken Lies.
No, good try. It's unfortunate, but really, really good try. 07s, yeah, 07s everybody to this. Very good try. Quite all-rounder player. Honestly, if you look at that average, 61, 60th, 65, and 54th on the average placings. Particularly quite a good showing on that Double Time slot, and the Hard Rock as well. No one also not too bad, and Hidden, quite good for someone who's pretty good at who's better at the higher AR stuff. But unfortunately, just on that edge, unfortunately not going to make it to the round 64. Thank you for signing up, everybody, in that previous bit. But now we're going to move on to the people who finally have made that 64th spot and above. Who will be the first one to qualify? And that is going to be how do you pronounce this? For
we can just spell it PHLQQ. There we go.
we prefer not to say that on stream, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyhow,
okay.
First,
congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to making it to the tournament. You're gonna be the seed number 64, and you almost scored a very solid 900k on that Hard Rock 1. Very impressive play there. And
yeah,
we cannot also ignore those Nomad plays as well as DT. Maybe the weakness being on Hidden, but overall, quite the scary opponent with the Hard Rock 1, I'd say. So something to look out for. Being the very first, the lowest seed on the tournament. So I'm quite eager to see how they're gonna perform in this tournament, especially with that mod advantage.
Yeah. Definitely going to be exciting to see some of these players and how they progress. We're going to progress as well. 63, who is going to be on that 63rd position? It's going to be Silver Soul 10, who's going to make the 63rd position with a very good set of Nobot scores, very good double time scores on 700k, and of course, how can we not mention Hard Rock averaging 750k and above. Very nice. Hidden falling a little below, but it's alright. They've got the other bots to really pull them up. So good job on that 63rd position. Now, 62. Punky Steria. That will be an insanely good score on Hidden. Look at that, 13th position on Hidden, with a top 10 spot on Hidden 2. That is crazy. So I think people will know exactly what to ban against Punky in the future rounds, with that Hidden being their forte inside this tournament. So yeah, very nice scores, especially the Hidden slot.
Yeah, well, quite scary. Almost 900k. Something to look out for. Yeah, we got ourselves a very solid hidden player here on the low seeds. Next up, we have 61. And it's gonna be Mies.
Yeah.
Mies seems to be quite an all-rounder. Mostly on the no mod and DT.
Yeah.
And they seem to have gotten a really solid performance on that Hard Rock 2, which cannot be overlooked.
Definitely. So I think people are gonna have to watch out for this player. They've got quite a few strengths inside their hand, so do watch out for some of these players because it's gonna get quite spicy to see who's gonna be able to play some of the other mods better. Now we can move on to number 60. Who's gonna be there? It's gonna be Koda Gambira. That is gonna be another relatively all-rounder, just aside from the Hard Rock pool, with a very good score on Hidden 2, some pretty decent scores on like Nova 2 and 3, and double time 2. So I'd say pretty decent convert player, if I were to say so myself.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out. Seems to be their boon here, converts.
So it's good to see. Very good job on that top 60. Now gonna move on to 59. Who's going to 59? There's gonna be Morduk. That's very, very cool. Look at that number 2 score. 958k on number 2. And that just begs the question, you're only 22nd place with 958k, just imagine the people above. That's gonna be a lot of FCs, possibly, with a spinner to sort of contend against. And Hidden 2 as well, quite good. 800, like those hidden scores are looking really nice as well, with basically an average of 800k on them, falling slightly short on Hard Rock and Double Time, but not by far. Very good job.
Yeah, indeed. And up to seed 58. It's gonna be Sleepy off ball. And we do see a very good Nova 3 score, number 29 on the seed position.
And if you look at those like averages, pretty much all the same, like 56, 56, 58, and 52. Definitely an all-rounder. Very nice. Yeah, very nice to see that all-rounders So yeah, be on your watch because this person can probably play a lot of those other mods quite well and will be very versatile.
That could
57
be-
now. Yeah, oh, sorry.
Could be quite scary, I'd say. So you better watch out.
Yeah, because because you can't ban a certain thing against this person because they can probably play anything. So yeah, that's gonna be quite fun or not fun to play against. Nice. JD will be taking 57 spot with a good showing on that no mod pool. About in the upper 700k average of that no mods and that hard rock as well. Look at that, top 15 with top 15 on hard rock 1 and an overall 26th position on average. Hidden, not too much of their forte. So yeah, that's gonna be something their opponents can note. But yes, very promising hard rock player in the making. But yeah, we can move to 56. Stelozzi Risers. That will be a very good hidden showing with top 10, in fact, 8th position on hidden 2, and a pretty good showing on that hidden 1 as well. So very good job. DT doing quite a good job as well, and yeah, in the upper 700ks, in the middle 700ks of no mod as well. So good showing and good 56th position.
Indeed, very good job. Another scary hidden player here. And up next we have seed number 55, which is Jekka. And Jekka here, I'd say, has a really balanced no mod scores overall.
Yeah.
As well as hidden, these do seem to be good. And even though the average seeds for Hard Rock are lower, I'd say those scores aren't bad. 700k plus. I think that Hard Rock 2 is doing a very solid job there.
Yeah.
At just increasing the seed position overall.
As well as that hidden as well. But yeah, that's a very good showing from Jekka. Can move to 54. That's going to be Breezy. Breezy will be another person we see quite well-rounded, but definitely leaning on that double time. Good scores on, in fact, pretty much the same score on both double time 1 and 2, 752k on both of those. So that's quite impressive to see. Pretty much matching exactly the same thing. In the 790k average for Hard Rock and hidden, not too bad as well. So yeah, very good job to Breezy. Group 53, we see Husky Boy 7. That's gonna be another hidden player, another hidden leading player, but with some good complementing from the Hard Rock as well, doing a very good job on Hard Rock 1 and 2, both of them, and double time trailing a little bit behind, but still not too bad. Good job to Husky Boy for making 53rd seed, 52 now. Who we gonna find? 52.
And that's gonna be Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard. 40th place, no mod. Getting higher and higher on some of these averages. 41 on Hard Rock, on Hard Rock as a total, and that average of Hard Rock is going to be in basically 820s or 830s at this point, which is very good to see. The DT not too shabby as well. On average, just a 700. That's a middle of the road 700k. That's quite good. Hidden a little bit less of that of a strength. But yeah, doing very good.
Yeah, mostly that hidden, just slacking a little bit, but overall the other scores, especially Nomad and Hard Rock, seem to be very solid. I see this player probably picking between these two maps throughout the tournament. And next up, seed 51 is gonna be Surf. Kinda similar name there from Rio Soler.
Sharp to Surf, yeah.
But we're gonna be seeing the. I don't think this is not a first, but still another 900k score on Phenomo 2. Still, that seed position is still very low. Quite eager to see those number 2 positions. But we also have really solid performance on both of those Hard Rocks, and we can ignore that DT getting an average of 32, which is their highest compared to the other ones. Yet again, the scores overall aren't that bad. Not even hidden.
Yeah, quite well rounded, I would say. So yeah, do watch out for sure. Top 50 now. We're getting higher and higher. Freak G-Champ will be your top 50. Will be on the mark of top 50 with a good showing on Nomad. Almost all 900Ks on all 3 of the Nomads. Very, very good. Hidden falling a bit short, so we just let's ignore that hidden a little bit and just focus on that Hard Rock with a good showing as well. And double time as well, trailing right behind that Hard Rock. So very good showing from Freak. And yeah, hoping that we'll see them go far in this tournament.
Indeed. And now we are top 50 seeds here. I'll be seeing the first of the 40s here. Number 49 is Min.
Yeah.
Min.
We can just say Min. Yeah, I think that's good.
Nomad 2. Yet again, 956. Really solid score. But we also see Hard Rock 2 being quite high here. Scoring seed number 19 overall on that map specifically. Still being just enough to bump up both Nomad and Hard Rock 2 to very reasonable positions. 32 and 37 average positions here. And overall, not too shabby on Hidden and DT. So
yeah,
it's gonna be quite balanced. Maybe they'll be having a little bit more trouble with those Convert, Hidden, and DT. So perhaps we're gonna see imbalance from there, or maybe just a little bit of struggle. It depends on the maps. But overall, good scores. So good job.
Moving on to seed 48, we have Zarumu. Another pretty decent all-rounded DT leaning, and as well Hidden not too bad as well. Hard Rock 2 also to know. I would say this is another Convert player, but at the same time, some of those like specifics are looking quite good, like Nomad 2 and Hidden 1. But yes, very good showing from Zarumu. Can go on to 47. 47, we have Maple Syrup. That is gonna be Nomad, Hidden, Hard Rock, all in the top 40s range of average. DT lacking a little bit behind, but carried by all 3 other bots, which is super good to see. 800Ks and 700Ks all around.
Just uncomfortable on DT. However, that DT1 was almost 700k, so we cannot ignore that.
Moving on, we got 46th place, Kratuba. We have another Hidden player in our hands, 32nd on Hidden. Pretty good scores all around though. 800Ks on the Nomad and a 720k on that Nomad tree. 850k on the DT1 as well, which is quite good, and an average of 800k on Hard Rocks, not too bad by any means as well. So good job to Cordoba. So yeah, 45. Who's going to be 45? So he's got mid-C, no mod and double time player it seems, and hidden as well. Not too bad on hidden as well. And even at the stats don't show in terms of the ranking of 55, but that is by all means quite a good hard rock showing as well still.
Yeah, quite solid score there, almost 800 on both. It's not something to overlook here. So I'd say pretty much a balanced player for this seed.
Yeah.
Moving on to seed 44, we have Loser. And it seems to be a very solid hard rock player, especially that hidden with an average of 15.
Yeah. Definitely a winner on that hidden instead of like the name. I would say one of the definitely we've got our first top 15 position in terms of like average here from what I remember. I could be wrong, but that's very good showing on hidden. And hard rock as well, not falling too far behind. Double time is also looking quite decent for them. So very excited to see what they have to show. 43 now. Who is going to be 43? It's going to be Flynn Martinez. Quite well-rounded, and particularly good in the hidden all the way to double time section. Some notable scores we can see. A very nice number 2 score, 920k. Some 800, a top 15 position in hidden 2 with 837k on it. And some very good convert scores. So convert leaning for the mods, but yeah, very good all around. Good job, Flynn. 42nd place is X-Cores, and almost top 10 hidden. Look at that, 11th place on hidden. We have a 12th place on that hidden one, and hidden 2 top 20. Very, very nice showing on that part. Double time, quite good. 29th place as well. Having almost having a pretty good average 770k.
Yeah, it's very solid performance, and also that DT is just very close to just scoring 800k. Yeah, moving on to seed 41, we have B12. And B12 seems to have very solid scores on the Nomad 1, number 2, but if we ignore the average seeds, we see that they're a very consistent player. Those 1 positions are quite high, almost reaching 500k, and just having a really solid performance overall on those hard rocks. So definitely very solid player. Seems to be the consistency type.
Yeah. We also have a third caster to join us as well. Berlin will be joining us from the top 40 positions. What a way to make an entrance. We're going to be casting with him and seeing who's going to be in the top 40 positions. Hello, Berlin.
Hello.
Alright, we can move on and see who's hit that 40th mark. It is going to be Daikyu. Ooh. All-rounded as well. And do you guys see what I'm seeing on that hidden?
It's that a lava.
Look at that. Look at that hidden too.
Number 7 is quite insane, especially for this seat position. And very scary, I'd say.
Yeah, very impressive.
That hidden can make a huge difference. Getting a good point.
Yeah, I'd say not, and also we cannot ignore the rest of the other scores. I think quite a good average on most of the other maps, basically averaging on 700k. So very good job to Daikyu.
Yes.
39th position now. Who is it gonna be? We got Pilot BFFRI.
Ooh, Pilot.
that's-
Okay.
Yeah, Pilot's gonna be in the top 40s now.
Interesting. Very good job on those nomads scoring 33 average score there. And also the DT. I almost missed out. 27. Very well balanced score. And yet again, the average score, there we see the maybe a little bit misleading, but Hard Rock scores weren't that bad either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next up we have seed 38. And it's gonna be Bayer. Hope I pronounced that correctly. And
Ooh.
we're seeing a very solid performance on 2 seeds here. Average 24 and 21 for Hidden and Hard Rock respectively.
Hidden 1 looking pretty solid. I think that's an 11th position from what I can see. That is 11th position. Hard Rock top 20 as well. Yeah, doing really, really nice. Good job to Fire. Number 37 now. Optimist 777. Hidden 1 top 10. And we have our first, I think we have our first FC on the map spotted with that Nomod 2 top 5 on Nomod 2, 5th position overall on that Nomod 2. So
That's a really good score. Nomad 2.
Mhm. Yeah,
Indeed.
But
I
also-
think that's on FD, isn't it?
Yeah, also the
Perhaps.
Hidden 1 looks really nice. 9th place on Hidden 1.
yeah.
That is true.
We've got some promising players on our hands with some some excellent surprises to have. Some of the other maps may be falling a bit short, but always pleasant to see people just taking top 10s or even top 5s all the way in 37th place. So that is something to watch. So 36 will be Miracle XF, not the same XF that we see hosting other tournaments, but this is Miracle XF 29 on the no board. Hard Rock top 20 as well. Top 30 on DTs, just lacking a bit in the hidden department, but yes, overall very, very good.
Really good all-round scores on like Nomad.
Yeah.
Also 950 on like Nomad 2. Not bad.
On that Hard Rock, we're creeping closer to the 900k average, and we're still in the top. And just look at that, we're a little bit shy of Hard Rock, of like 800k, of like 900k average, but still the top, still just top 18. So just imagine, we can see can't wait to see who's above that. Okay, 35 now. Who is gonna be? Is gonna be Dreams Don't. Hidden 2. No, Hidden is gonna be a pretty good strong suit with 10th position on Hidden 1, and
When you see
I
it,
think. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. When you see it. But yes. Top 15 on DT. Top 15 position on DT1 as well. Quite consistent play, I would say. Not bad. Very, very good.
We're
34th position. Oh, yeah.
we are getting to a range where we can say like all scores are really good.
Yeah, right. That's true. Can go into the 34th position and wonder who's gonna be SBB. Ooh,
SBBB.
yeah,
and,
SBB.
Yeah,
BBBB.
just solid scores overall. Again, just the hidden department just being a little bit short, but we do see great scores here and a very solid average score on that DT number 14. And I'd say very balanced on number 1 and Hard Rock 2. Hard One, I mean.
It looks good all around, like 9th on Nomad 1, 12 Hard Rock 1, and 15 and 20 DT. Good all round player.
And once again, very scary players below that higher seed margin, which we are almost reaching. And our last of the not low seed but middle seed will be seed number 33, which is gonna be none other than Pamplemousse. It's gonna be your seed number 33. Having a very solid score on Nomad, 18th place overall. Very solid scores, has almost 1 million score on Nomad 1 and Nomad 2. We're already beginning to see finally higher scores on that Nomad 2 as well as the seedings, but as you can see, 995k, and still it's not even top 5. So there's definitely a lot of FCs on that Nomad 2. And we cannot ignore that hidden potential here. Scoring an average of 26 and a very solid score and seed for that hidden 2.
Yeah.
Once
very,
again,
very promising on that note. Yeah, I'll say very promising. Nomad and hidden, definitely strong suits.
Hard DT cannot be ignored. The seed could be a little bit misleading. Those scores aren't bad, but overall, seems to be a very scary player when it comes to that normal consistency and Nomad 2.
Moving on, we have the upper half of the qualified players. 32nd position will be Svelfi. That is quite balanced. Hard Rock is definitely an standout, and the DT1 as well. See some standouts, some standout performances here and there. But yeah, definitely keeping an eye on that Hard Rock, with it being just under the 900k average. But yeah, Nomad looking quite good. Nomad 2 is looking good. Hidden has a decent showing as well. That DT1, definitely people need to watch out for that. But yeah, overall, very good scores from Svelfi. Schleffy, sorry. I don't exactly know how to pronounce that. So good job.
Schleffy, I guess?
Yeah, Schleffy, yeah.
It's up to you to pick a name the casters can pronounce.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
Moving on. 31. It's gotta be Shupaliga.
Ooh,
Interesting
I like
name.
that name. I like that name.
And
Ooh.
very
But-
solid performance on Hidden. We cannot ignore that at all.
Yeah. Very good. Very, very nice average between the two hidden maps. And honestly, I'd say if you look at everything as a whole, it's pretty well balanced. Hard Rock is looking quite good. Even despite it being just only 42nd position, quite good. 50th position on DT, but still averaging 700Ks, and Nomad also averaging quite well. So, good job. Chupalika is definitely a person to watch in the versatility department. Ooh. Top 30 now, we have Wowie. Wowie is going to be also pretty well-rounded as a whole. 35th overall on Nomad, 21st on that hidden. Hard Rock definitely has an has an outstanding score of 900k on Hard Rock 2. Double time, not too bad as well. I think struggling a little bit more on the converts, but overall managing to to clinch that top 30 position. So that's a very good achievement. Well played. So now top into the 29th position, we have Nayuta, I would say, yeah. Nayuta Osu will be the 29th position, 12th overall in Hidden, but look at that, that's a top 3 score on Hidden 1. Very, very standout position on that Hidden 1. I think this is the first time we've seen a top 3 position on any map. We so far have a couple of top 5s, but this is definitely something to look out for. 11th and 17th on Nobot 1 and 2 respectively. Double Time 1, not bad as well. So yes, definitely a player to look out for Hidden. Very well played. 28th position now. We have Evil Bun, who will be taking it, and ooh, look at that. Look at that. Nobot score.
And Nova 7, number 7th position and 7th average. But overall, that Nomad is just clearing the seat position.
Yeah, that is. I mean, to be fair though, if we look at the other seats, if you look at the other mods, there are also a few other things that are being that we can note, such as that Hard Rock 2 and the Hard Rock and the Double Time 2. So converts are definitely a very a thing to note for Evil Bun. Yeah,
You're right. Yeah.
so
It's like a combo player overall, just not a hidden player.
Hidden
passionate hidden hater.
That is quite the title, but it's not false.
Yes. But yeah, very good to see. Ritalus Osu will be number 27. Another pretty well-rounded player. All the averages being quite close to each other, but Hard Rock in particular, we have a pretty good top 20 average. Some stand-up scores I see. Hidden 1 being in the 900k region as well, top in 16th place. Some nice scores on number 2, pretty good scores on like DT1 as well, and of course the Hard Rock. So do watch out for Hard Rock when playing against Ritalus. 26th
Good
position
score on every
now.
mod.
Oops. Oh, yeah, good score on every mod indeed. 26th position now. Ooh, Drummer Dragon.
Okay.
Ooh, that is
again.
nice.
Yeah, like the Nomads are just going crazy here.
Yeah,
11th average. And I think that's the first FC we see on the Nova 3. It's gonna be position number 3. So there are 2 other players who potentially got that FC as well.
yeah. All 3 of us, in fact, all 4 of us in this call, including the streamer, all convert players, so we approve this message. Yes, very nice score on that Nova 3. Hard Rock 2 as well, 13th place, quite good, but of course very, very Nobot leading. So lots of potential in the DT and Hard Rock, but yes, Nobot is definitely an outstander, essentially a standout. '25, we have Soft Bunny taking the 25th position. That's gonna be pretty good stuff overall. No mod. Hidden performing quite good.
Very
With Hidden one
balanced.
doing quite well. Yeah. Balance is achieved in this one. Hard Rock is a standout though for this player with a 7th position on Hard Rock 1. Almost getting the FC from what I see, but just a little bit shy of that. And I think that DT is also not too bad in terms of the scores. for 17th position on DT2. So very good job to Soft Buddy. Now 24. I have no clue how to pronounce that, guys.
Milvdy Tota.
Toda?
Yeah.
Just Toda.
Not too sure how to pronounce that, but yes, I would say
Let's
Tota.
say Tota.
Tota will be taking a very good 25th position and some very good standout scores on the no mod, hard rock, and double time. Ooh, that is very, very nice to see. Top 5 on DT1, top 10 in both the hard rocks, with an average of basically 950k on hard rock on the hard rock altogether, and top 10, and like another top 6th position in that number 3. Very, 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 very scary player, honestly, to see.
And
Hidden, not falling a little bit behind. Another hidden hater, but very good.
Yeah, I
Well
just still scary player, no more horror player. Watch
Yeah.
out for. But next, moving on, we have seed number 23, and it's gonna be Red Munch.
Mhm.
And yet again, a very high score on that Noma too. I think that's almost an FC, or probably an FC, but as you can see, that is number 8. Still have a
right at the
higher
end.
scores than these. It's very impressive.
Yeah, very cool to see some like top 10s littered around inside like some of these places, because that means that there's gonna be a lot of, even if you're a higher seed at like maybe like top 10 seed and stuff, if you're facing Red Munch, you might have to be very careful about what you pick and what you ban for like Noma 2 and like even like Hidden 2 or DT2. So definitely both Red Munch and like Tota are definitely players to watch, because there are lots and lots of potential for upsets.
Indeed.
Number 22, we have Anthony 2308, and that hidden is definitely a standout. Top 7 overall on hidden, with a top 5 position hidden 1, and a pretty good score on that hidden 2 as well. Hard rock as well. Very nice to see. 900k's over average. 18th place on number 1, and I think that's 15th place. And 15th place on hard rock 2 as well. Very good scores from Anthony. Yeah, very nice to see budding hidden players as well as hard rock in this tournament. Can move on now to 21st base, and that's going to be Tokiri. Tokiri will be taking that 21st place. 27th on no mod, on no mod, 42nd on hidden, so a little bit less of a hidden player, but hard rock and double time, top 20s and top 15 on hard rock. Ooh.
22 on both DTs, but not 22 overall.
Yeah.
Damn.
And the Hard Rock 1, placing number 5.
Ooh.
Very scary there.
Yeah. Not an
Really
FC
good
is
score.
still not an FC and top 5. So few FCs on that hard rock 1, definitely. Good to see. Very nice. And we're going to our top 20 seeds now.
And it's gonna be Zephy Arco.
Yeah. Zephyr will be taking a top 15 place on that hidden overall. Top 10 on hidden 2. But overall, the rest of the boards are looking very nice, with like 800k averages on like middle, in fact like 850k to 800k averages. Very nice.
Really him to enjoy as well. With ranking 10.
Definitely. But I think this is
Good
a
all-rounder.
versatile player. Yeah, another all-rounder as you mentioned, Berlin. So someone to watch out for in terms of every other position. But yes, very good scores from Zephyr.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
Nine.
now moving on to sub 20, seed 19. It's gonna be none other than Symbionia. Oh, that average on Nomad, number
Look at that.
5. A very solid performance. Hitting 2. Oh, hitting 2. Number 2, seed number 4. Also, the Hard Rock average score as well, and the average position number 6.
Yeah.
The 150k average is very solid and scary.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
UV ban hidden.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably a hidden ban. Don't know what could have told me that 100%. But yeah, hidden is probably gonna be something not on displays like Radar, but of course Nomod and Hard Rock are gonna be things that even the top seeds are gonna be worried about when facing Symbionia. So very nice scores, especially Nomod and Hard Rock. Seed 18, we have Magical Girl with some very nice hidden scores. Top 3 on Hidden 2. In fact, yeah, Hidden 2
Also
will
the
be...
top 5 on Nomad 3.
Oh, good spot. Yeah, that 28 position doesn't do it justice. They have that 5th position on Nomad 3 as well. DT overall, very nice scores as well, in the 850k average range, and both top 20s, so very good scores from Magical Girl, and taking a top 20 18th seed spot. Now we're going to that 17th seed. Who will be 17? That's going to be Ender. Ender will be taking that 17th seed with a 10th place on Hard Rock and 9th place on Nomad. Top 4 in Nomad 1 with a full combo on it, in fact. And that Hard Rock 2 6th position, getting a 982k, and the other mods not too bad. Hidden, of course, not the strong suit, but Nomad, Hard Rock, and Double Time definitely standouts.
True. Yet another Nomad Hard Rock player to watch out for, let's say.
But even like DT1 is not really bad, so
It's mostly just hidden. But
put a roundup beside hidden.
yeah, just balance out. But moving up next to seed number 16, we have Croatian. And this one, as opposed to the other seed, the river seed, is gonna be mostly a Nomad and DT player. Very solid scores on Nomad. Yet another FC on that Nomad too. Very solid score. Position number 7 on that DT1. And honestly, very balanced scores, even though the average seeds for Hidden and Hard Rock are a little bit low in comparison. 800 plus on the Hidden 1 and Hard Rock 1 are something to not ignore here. And the converts are pretty much balanced out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
very
think
good.
we're starting to see players that will have very balanced scores overall from now on. So we're already approaching that seed number 15, and who is gonna be seed number 15? It's gonna be Hellfly.
Yeah, I think much more like versatile player than some of the previous ones who have a little bit more of an obvious specialty in their skill sets. But yeah, Nomad looking very nice. Hidden not too bad, just under 800k, but Hard Rock and Double Time definitely the strong suits here. As you can see, both Hard Rocks above the top 20 mark. Double Time, the DT1 looking very nice as well.
Nomad 3
So,
ranked 13,
Nomad
also
3.
not bad.
Number 3 definitely a standout for this player. So good to good to watch for Nomad Hard Rock and Double Time. But yeah.
Hidden also like contestable.
Yeah. So definitely someone to watch out for, especially if you're not as strong as Hidden. This player might do a little bit of an upset on that. So yeah. 14th position now though.
That is gonna be Hagado.
Ooh. Look at those Hard Rock. Look at that. Oh, is that what I see? Is that what? That is a number 1 score.
Oh,
That's a
is
number
true.
1 on number 2. I think that maybe there was a tie on this, on this thing, because I think that's the same score as some of the other people, but still, nonetheless, number 1 on number 2.
I think it might be one banana more, but I'm unsure.
Yeah, possibly so.
Oh no,
Hard-
Vivian's confirmed. 3 people tied for first.
So the top 3 positions on No 1 to have are definitely a tie of.
Mhm.
So very good job.
And the
that
Hard
one.
Rock is just
Yeah.
very scary indeed.
We need to look at that Hard Rock right now. Top 5 on both of the Hard Rocks, with not quite FCs, but still doesn't matter. Those are very good scores. 993k, 986k. So definitely look out for that Hard Rock. So now we can move on to number 13, Wesley Man.
Oh, it's
gonna
Wesley.
It's Wesley. Not the same Wesley that we're thinking about, maybe, but it is Wesley Man. Yeah, that is very versatile. All of the slots are looking like around the same seating as each other. 20, 22, 17, 18. But some standout scores I see a top 3 on Hard Rock 2. That's a top 3 positioning on that. And the rest of all looking quite good. So very good job to Wesley Man for a very good performance, all-rounded performance. Very, very nice. Top 12 are closing in on that 10th, the top 10. Vayne will miss out on top 10 a little bit, but still be on the 12th position. 7th place on Double Time overall, with 3rd position on DT1. That's very nice to see. 13th place on Hard Rock 1. Top 10 on Hidden 1. So looks like a good spec player, honestly, a good specific player. Ooh, but Nomad 3 also looks like a good contender with top 20 on that as well. So quite definitely someone to look out for, because could be very adaptable to both specifics and converts.
It looks a bit like it's dependent on the map.
Mhm.
Like, because one mod is like one here, like a Nomad, one is 15, one is 40. Like maybe very, very dependent on the map. But overall
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Yeah, Vayne doing very well. Top 12 already, the 12th position. 11th place now. Let's see who's 11th. Missing out top 10, but making it very, very nicely. That's gonna be Torusix. Yeah, Torusix.
Oh, Hidden 4. Not Hidden
Oh,
4.
look at that.
Hidden
The
Hidden
Hidden.
4.
If only we had a Hidden 4, you know, but still.
No.
Yeah. But yes, Hidden
4 is
fourth
AR5.
place. Real. So 4th place on that Hidden. Ooh, looking at that DT as well. Some good scores on that DT. With a 15th place on that. No More also looking very nice. But yeah, I think interestingly, 30th place on Hard Rock, but still is honestly that's not that bad. Look at the scores. So yeah,
Really good all-rounder, yeah.
True 6, very, very good job on that
We're
part.
getting to the players where every mod is good.
And now for the grand grand showing who's gonna make top 10, who's gonna be our first top 10. Yeah, and that's gonna be Verster. Verster is gonna be our first top 10 qualifiers contestant with a top 10 on no mod, all-rounded, very all-rounded no more scores. Hidden falling a bit short, but like not by much, just a Hidden 2 gonna be like the outlier. Hard Rock 11th place, DT 10th, top 10 overall. So on and
Third
oh yeah,
place
not
out
to
of
miss.
one.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's not miss out that Hard Rock 1 placing. Hard Rock 1 3rd place. Very, very nice to see. Congratulations on making top 10, Verster.
And a very strong position indeed. Next up we have at number 9. We're already going into the single digit seeds. It's gonna be Haunt Nog. And we see right off the bat a very solid performance on that average score and position on DT. Number 5 and number 4 on DT2. Also getting really good score on DT1.
Wow.
As well as at Noma 2. Yet again, a very high score. Number 9th. We saw number 8th a bunch of seats ago, and now we see number 9th position here. That number 3 also being very solid, and just overall very balanced scores when it comes to Hidden and Hard Rock. So yet again, as we mentioned before, just balanced scores all over the place, and we may start seeing even higher scores specifically in 1 or 2 maps from now on.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting
We
to
can
see.
really see that here it's top contenders because all the scores are really good. So there's no real weakness often, or like you're really good at other skill sets.
Definitely agree on that. I'm gonna see more of that when it comes to that top 8. When it comes to the top 5 coming up. But yeah, we've got to get to that first 8th place still. Who will be taking 8th place in the qualifiers? Is going to be Murtaj taking 8th place with top 20, with almost top 15s on everything. It's Hidden just shy, but honestly, do we care? Here's a number 1 on Hidden 1. Yeah, look at that. That's very impressive. We have him taking the first place position on Hidden 1. We ignore Hidden 2 on this one to celebrate that Hidden 1. Oh, that no mod Hard Rock as well, looking very nice. Double time as well. Double time especially with DT2 being the top lead 7th place as well. No one won as well, being 7th place. So overall, Murtaj doing excellent on this pool. Yeah, very, very good job and very good showing for Murtaj. And we can move on to see the 7th seed, and that's going to be Dimples Army with some very, very obviously outlying, some very standout positions. Hidden 2nd place, double time 3rd place overall. No mod not too far behind. Hard Rock struggling a bit, but not too bad anyways. Still.
Yeah, not necessarily. Again, the average seat position here is a little bit misleading. 800, almost 850k on both hard boxes.
Yeah.
Something
Not bad.
very solid.
Yeah, but honestly, very good scores all around. Especially especially on double time. Overall, 6th place on both the double times. Very, very good showing from Dimples. And cannot wait to see where they end up in the next couple of weeks. Tops now, number 6 position. Corruptional with some very good mod scores. on 6th place on Hidden, with 4th position on Hidden 1. Hard Rock 2 looking very nice, 4th. DT, was it DT1 as well? Another FC with number 2 position. So that's very good showing. Yeah, excited to see where Corruptional can, how far Corruptional can go with this really good mod versatility. So that is going to be exciting to see. And guys, we're at the point now. Top 5 position. Who are we going to find up here?
Top 5, the first one. Who
Buckle
is it
up,
gonna
everybody. Ooh,
It's Aaron.
Aaron's is our first top 5 contestant. We see our first overall first place on a mod. That is definitely, we can see a Hard Rock and Double Time Specialist first on Hard Rock, with Hard Rock 1 being at number 1 position. Double Time as well. Double Time 2. No, Double Time 2nd position. And just look at that. First place, 2nd place, 4th, 3rd on the Hard Rock and Double Time. I think he's pretty good at Hard Rock.
But for real, for no mod, it's not bad like being rank 30, because there's many good players that can play no mod well. So even that is a bit misleading with the rank.
Yeah. But what do you think, guys? I think he's pretty good at Hard Rock and Double Time. Probably. might be pretty good.
Strong contenders.
Yeah. But yeah, we also can't ignore Hidden as well, top 10 as well. So that is going to be someone very scary for anyone to face. Congratulations, Aaron.
And we are only at seed 5.
Yeah. Wonder what we can find above this. Seed 4 now. Who will be seed 4? We have Goman Yuka. We have a very good showing. No Mod, Hidden, and Hard Rock. All doing very nicely. I think almost all the no mods have seem to be like almost FCs, or very close to it. 4th position on that no mod 3 as well. Hidden doing very nicely, with Hidden 2 being standout as a 4th position as well. Hard Rock top 5, with DT lacking just a bit, but not by too much. So another player to watch out for as well. Congrats to Goman Yuka, or as some people might know him, Pengi. So yes, top 4, and now we are at podium. Not really podium, but top 3. I can't wait to see who is our top 3, guys. Gonna see a bunch of number 1s, number 2s, and that's gonna be. And our first top 3 will be Quill Lover. Woo. Look at that, everyone.
Many single digits.
Very versatile. Top 5s on every on No Mod, Hard Rock, and DT, but top 10 on Hidden as well. And that's a number 1 place on. That's another tied number 1 place on that No Mod 2.
Oh,
So that's a very good show. Yeah. And of course, number 2 on that number 3 tied with number 2. Yeah, number 2 on that number 3 as well. So just underneath the number 1 positioning.
And
yeah.
Hard Rock, DT, and the Hidden 1 being quite high scores. Is number 1 and Hidden 2 being the lowest when it comes to seeding. Yeah, still really solid job there, and a scary opponent here.
Yeah. So very good job to Quill Lover for the top 3.
Drum
Number
roll
2.
for
Oh,
second
number
place.
2, everyone. Drum roll. Who are we gonna get as number 2? We have Mafia. Nope. That No Mod 1 is gonna be. The number 1 crown is gonna go to Mafia, who will take first place overall on no mods, with a second place on that no mod 1, another tie positioning on no mod 2, top 10 in no mod 3. All super good scores. Hidden as well, very good. Hard Rock and Double Time, all in the top 10 positioning, so that is insane.
Really deserved second place because the
Yeah.
scores are all exceptional. There's no bad score. It's gonna be scary going against this full.
Yeah, definitely a person like a standout opponent and someone we can probably see going all the way to like maybe like at least semifinals or even to the finals or the last round as well maybe. So contender for that podium, for the actual podium spot. So do stay tuned for that. And finally, everybody, we have number 1. I think some people probably have guessed it already. Who is going to be number 1?
And it's none other than Jarvis Gaming. Congratulations on making it to seed number 1.
Ooh. Only top 2s and top 1s here for Jarvis in the overall standings. No more
1 million scores.
Yeah, no more being second place. Hidden being the first place with second on both the maps. Hard Rock being second with Hard Rock 2. Yeah, Hard Rock 2 being first place. And it seems that he's the first on both the DT maps.
E.T. my beloved.
Yeah, E.T. my beloved, man. He is definitely a player to watch for with contention for that final victory. So congratulations to all the players who made it this far. And that will be the Seed Showcase, I think. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, we're gonna have a round 64 pool showcase coming up after this one. It seems, yeah.
Hope
So
you
do
all
stay
stay
tuned.
tuned for it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is gonna be in a bit.
Hello, welcome back for the map pool showcase. So before we start on the map pool showcase, I think we want to talk about the seed reviews that we had, especially those who unfortunately didn't quite make it. No, the journey is not over yet. You can always come back for the next iteration, or you can always farm. Yeah. There's a lot of things to improve, not just for the tournament itself. And for those who would like to stick, you can always stick by the pools. We'll always have weekly pools all the way until the grand finals. Yeah, so that's that. And without further ado, let's start with our No Mod 1 for the round of 64. Please, Vivian.
Alright, we got Day 1 by Red Velvet, another K-pop song for No Mod 1, I believe.
No Mod 1s are nowadays K-pop songs. Shaking my head.
But as a salad, you won't be seeing hyper dashes, and a lot of it is just mapped to the vocals.
That is precisely that. It sets your consistency overall, but it also sets your timing.
I mean, so far the patterns look very general. Yeah, onto the Ki section. Doesn't look too bad right now.
Quite comfy, I'd say, for our first map on this pool.
Nothing much to say, it's pretty consistent. The star rating is 2.47 though. Should expect that for the other maps.
Yeah, overall, this map it's potentially gonna be the longest for this pool and just overall the whole tournament. We're gonna be seeing the number one being the longest one. They've already experienced this on the qualifiers. But yeah, overall, again, it is a consistency map. A little bit of timing. Just watch out for those high sections and yeah, potentially learn the spinners, please. We do see on the replay they're evading the bananas, but that is because it's up to you to learn those patterns.
Yep, do kind of agree there. I'm very sure everyone will FC No Mod 1 pretty comfortably. It's just how much spins you're gonna get from your bananas. And with that, No Mod 1 is completed. Moving on to No Mod 2. Yep.
I'm not reading that. Yeah, No Mod 2 by Minyam. This map is I really enjoyed this map. It's pretty fun. You'll see in a second, but like, there's these dashes that go really well with the song.
The AR for this map is lower compared to number 1, however, is a little bit faster in terms of BPM. So it tends to feel like you have to make certain inputs to reach certain fruits that we're seeing currently.
Yeah, as you can see from the patterns here, it's not as comfortable as what you see in Nomad 1. You see a lot of the control elements put into place, and the song being on like different BPMs, different jumps. So for those not comfortable with variable timings, those are something you need to look out for.
This map is really dense, and also we're already almost done with the map, so in a match, the score would be ramping up a lot.
That is true, especially with such a low combo. Players have to watch out for their movement. They do not want to miss on any crucial part of the map, especially the middle part, as it's going to heavily affect the combo compared to something like Nomad 1.
Fun fact about this map though is that it was part of a 4-digit player tournament. I think it's back in 2021. And it was a Hard Rock 1. Except that for this iteration, we have decided to use it as a Nomad. Yeah, with that, Nomad 2 is over. Moving on to Nomad 3.
A Fuyu no Hanashi by Given is our convert. Our first convert, actually. There's another one. Our consistency convert.
It's gonna be for sure 3 minutes and 25 seconds long. AR is gonna be respectively higher than number 1. But overall, quite chill, I'd say. There are some patterns you gotta stay put, otherwise you're not gonna be able to maintain that combo. So it's mostly gonna test your consistency on converts.
Yep. Comparing this to the qualifiers, you are pretty much expected to have Nomad converts, especially in the earlier stages. For Nomad 3, it's more of a consistent convert here. Though it's higher on the CS and AR, the patterns doesn't make it as easy as such, so just take a look out for them.
There's a lot of back and forth movements, as you could see, and I feel like a lot of converts in the Nomad 3 category does that. I'll say a pretty good song. I think it's like a really good standard map. It's a pretty popular one.
And yeah, just to point it out, as they mentioned, this will be number 3. There's actually another Nomad coming up, another convert, as opposed to the qualifiers round. For this one, this will be consistency. And we are more than halfway through the map. We do see that the patterns aren't as exactly as equal or structured as ones we've seen on the specifics. However, they may be a little bit easier in comparison to qualifiers round, but yet again, this is going to test your consistency. You cannot sleep on these. The combo is considerably longer, but I'd say other than the consistency, your movement is going to be at play here.
You can see at the end is kind of ramping up with a few wiggles here and there. Yeah, so especially those who love like the bursty kind of end, this is the kind of map that you're looking for. Hope you guys don't trip on it too much though, and that's your guide on spinning on bananas. With that, Nomad 3 completed. Moving on to Nomad 4.
Number 4, we got Tritama Breaker by Niwashi. It's a speedcore song, so I definitely love this. You can be expecting a pretty fast song. It is pretty high BPM as well with 255. It's way different than the other Nomads, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Nomad 4 is our more like precision pick and speed.
This one, I'd say it's more about the BPM overall.
I mean, for this map, it's more of like the tech side here. In comparison to Nomad 3, this is definitely shorter, but it's also giving a lot of those control flows that you are seeing out here. Very unusual patterns that you don't normally see in converts. Those are something you need to look out for.
Total break section. In a match, in a break, you get to see everyone's scores. So just be wary of that.
And as we've seen already, there's a bunch of stacked patterns. And then it picks up with the high sections where the movement is key here. So you gotta pay attention to those sections. And now that jump specifically could be a little bit tough there at the ending.
Yes, I wanted to talk some, give a fun fact about this map. Like, I know that the background is Ganyu, but when I look at the mapper tags for this map, there's this one tag called Ganyu My Mummy. It's kind of funny. Anyways, Nomad 4 is done. I'm gonna move on to Hidden 1 now. And Hidden 1 is actually a custom mapped by Hem here. It's Courtney Janae Accelerate Nightcore version. CS3 AR 8.4. It's lower AR compared to our qualifiers, but doesn't mean that lower AR means it's going to be harder. More of the patterns are way easier compared to qualifiers.
I actually don't know anything about the customs for this round, so it's my first time seeing this.
This custom Hidden 1 is honestly quite consistent. Say it does test your ability to read overall and to move along with the map's flow. Say
Fun fact about this map is that it's not just mapped by Hem, but it's actually a collaboration between Hem, Vivians, and myself. So Hem has been doing like the first third of the map. Vivians did the middle, and I actually did the end here. As you can see, this middle portion is done by Vivians.
Different mapping styles, but I do notice that the song is heavily vocal. That the mapping is leaning towards that. So I feel like the song is like, I feel like I see this map in like 2014. It gives me like an old mapping vibe.
Yeah, and as David pointed out on the chat, yeah, the AR for this map is relatively higher compared to the normals on this round. Scavenger didn't want AR at 8.4.
From Vivian's comment, I wonder who met the ending. Well, it's definitely mine. Yep, the big spikes, all these are actually mine here. But Vivian's kind of nerfed it to the ground, so happy 2.2 stars right now.
Kind of like it. The spike at the end. Pretty good map. Thank you to those 3 mappers. Okay, Kobe for the replay on to Hidden 2. Got Uh-Oh by Candy Girl. This what language is this?
It's actually a Japanese song.
Okay.
Anyways, it's 3.7, AR 7.5. It's your low AR hidden pick, and it's our only 1-star map in this round of 64. 1 star means that it is the same diff as a cup. Is that correct, Vivians?
Thornwald by Vivians.
Yeah, overall, again, this not only this hidden, but this pool could seem easier than qualifiers because it's meant to be, I'd say, 2 or 3 levels under the qualifiers threshold. As we are beginning the round of 64. So yes, overall, these maps are going to be relatively easier in comparison. But that also means everyone has a chance here on the round of 64 or the earlier rounds overall. So it's important that you all play these maps and pick the maps accordingly. But back to the map topic, I don't know if it was mentioned, but this is going to be AR 7.5. I'm not too sure what was the lowest on the qualifiers. If one of you two could confirm if this was higher or lower.
The lowest on qualifiers for Hidden 2 is AR8, so this 7.5 is way lower. But as of the tradition of round 64 pools, it's much easier with the star rating and the patterns that you see here. And wrapping up with the bananas, Hidden 2 is over. So we're going to be moving on to Hard Rock 1. And surprise, surprise, what do you know? It is a Vivian's map, and it's a custom map by him again.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
I'm gonna try to pronounce it, okay? Akyet Talibani by Manish Sonipala. PS 3.9, AR 8.96. This is your Hard Rock 1 consistency, 2.3 stars. We have such a hard time modding this actually.
We got the song diversity in the pool once again, thanks to Vivian.
That is true.
And a very interesting background here of a gun. though I don't know if it's appropriate for this tournament or not. But I guess for those, just look away if you don't like seeing the sight of guns here.
Yeah, overall, this map is, I think this is the highest AR on this round 64. It's gonna be 8.96. It's almost AR 9. And not only it tests to consistency, but it has some wacky patterns here and there. But it's mostly gonna be, it's gonna come down to the timing as well here. If I remember correctly, there is a certain difficulty spike at the ending.
I recall that as well. There's actually a diff spike at the end. Anyways, Hard Rock 1 is, yeah, definitely is the highest AR of the two Hard Rocks that we have for this pool. However, it's actually not the highest AR out of all the maps that we have for this pool.
It's vampire.
Yeah, some of those seems to be a little bit distant, but overall, seemingly consistent Hard Rock 1.
That was Hard Rock 1. Thank you, Bivians, for the map, and Leaf for the replay. On to Hard Rock 2. We got a Cephid song, Subterranean Blastoff. How to say that word. This is a Toho song, I believe. Or a Toho remix, if you will.
Alright, the background here reminds me of Pokemon, one of the characters that they have. And it's actually quite a banger. CS 4.29, AR 8.4, it's a star rating of 2.1. Definitely the easier version of the Hard Rock, of the two Hard Rocks that we have here. But it's a convert, so as you can see here, it has the highest CS. So for those not comfortable with smaller circle size, just be careful with this map.
Overall, as I mentioned, this is a convert, and just a bunch of back and forth movement here and there. In which the CS might come down to play here at the end of the day. There's also not a lot of combo on this map, so any misses is gonna matter a lot.
I haven't really noticed any dashes in this map. It's just all been walks.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I mean, if it does come down to NFC, again, this map is rather short, please remember, especially on this map has 3 spinners. Please try to learn them if possible, and if you're comfortable with the map overall. It could really come down to the wire on just those spinners. But yeah, that'll be your Hard Rock 2. And that's it for the Hard Rock pool. Now on to the DTs. Start off with DT1.
DT1 is a very familiar map. It's ranked as well, mapped by Sacre, Lazu Light, Diamond City Lights, and it's our first ever VTuber map in this cat tourney, at least for this iteration. So, boo, Bivians, why you picked this?
really like this map. I think Sakurai maps have a really good emphasis. This is a cup, so you won't be seeing many dashes either. Actually, you won't be seeing on at all. All about your movement for this DT1.
Indeed.
It's a very comfortable. Sorry, go on first.
No, yeah, you go on. Don't worry.
No, I just want to say that it's a very comfortable cup here, mapped by Sakurai. Very comfortable CS as well. I think it's the lowest CS that we ever had. And it's fully walkable, so you don't even need to use your dash key at all.
That is certainly true. Once again, a very consistent map. High CS means there's a better chance for players to not miss as much, especially when, again, you don't necessarily need to use the dash key. Maybe on some of these sections at the end, but overall it is very comfortable for a round 64 DT1 map. Yeah, perhaps the dash could be used on spinners, but other than that, it's consistency overall. But yeah,
what's the base AR for this? Because it's like, it shouldn't be a 6, right?
I think it is, yeah, around 6 for a cup.
Yeah, it's AR 6, and then it's converted to AR 8.3 with DT. Anyways, I'm just memorized by the video that's shown there. It's kind of mesmerizing. Anyways, DT1 is over. And we're going to be moving on to DT2. DT2 is our convert DT pick, likely attack pick as well. 2.29 stars. It is less than 2 minutes actually for DT2. And it's an AR7. With DT, it'll be AR9. So it's actually the highest AR we have in this pool.
Despite DT1 being more flowy, this one is a lot more tap. Like, you have to tap a lot more for your movement here.
As opposed to the previous DT, this one does feels like an entirely different playstyle, and I'd say it's different from even normal the normal convert, hidden convert, or even the hardware convert overall.
A higher AR than DT1, which is now 9. Like base AR 7, probably.
Yes, base AR 7. So this one being 9, I think it would be the highest AR in the pool potentially. On the round of 64 pool, that is. Yeah, there are some inclined diagonal patterns here and there. The overall, as Celine mentioned before, there's just a lot of tapping on this map. So it comes down to the movement.
I'd say it does look a little harder than DT1.
Yeah, it definitely
DT1 is a much longer map.
This one does have combo to compensate, but I think the CS does play a huge role here, as opposed to DT1.
It was a DT pool onto not tiebreaker, actually.
Yeah, there's actually one more map before we go to tiebreaker, and that is actually gonna be our very first mystery mod on this tournament.
Oh no. what map is this? I don't know the beat mapper name. I don't know who that is. Sounds like a random name that we have here.
Surely, yeah. It is random. Never heard of it. But anyway, this is a Mystery Mod 1. If you're wondering what is the difference here, well, for this round, it is gonna be the CS size. As you can see, this map CS is 5.
Yes, 5 indeed. As you can see, so many droplets. A lot of micro movements that you need to go through. You need to be very precise. And it is the highest CS out of this whole pool.
Song makes me feel like I would fall asleep too. Like it's like a lullaby. I noticed that the droplets are randomized, I think. They look very straight.
The droplets are indeed de-randomized here. I made it so that the beginners have a easier time catching it. But that also means that for droplet dodgers like me, I wanted to make a replay that has me dodging droplets. However, Beavis kind of rejected it, so it's kind of unfortunate. So this is the SS replay that you guys are seeing here.
Very short map, actually.
Mm-hmm. Put a spinner at the end there.
So
And,
can you pick hidden on this?
I don't think so.
You can pick hidden. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can? Okay.
I wouldn't pick hidden for highest CS, but for the further mystery mods, it is a choice.
I mean, if you are picking hidden on this and FC it, you shouldn't be in this tournament.
I think so.
Yeah. Anyways, Mixed Mod 1 is over. Now moving on to the tiebreaker for round of 64. And the tiebreaker has a very familiar name. Wonder who it is
Expecting
again.
you. I did remember seeing this map. I remember Vivian showed me it. Yellow by Flo Rida. Really popular song.
Quite nostalgia, I say. Yeah, this is gonna be the first tiebreaker.
Yep, first tiebreaker is a 2.64 stars CS3 AR8, so pretty comfortable. It's similar to your Nomad 1, except that this is way longer, have more different kind of patterns. So it's not just the consistency that you're tested here, but also the gimmick, the controls, everything. Think of it as like your boss map. Yeah, for those who have hit match point, and you'll be given this tiebreaker. And it's a banger as well.
There's just a lot of spinners in this map. I think I've already seen like 3. This is our first hyper dash, I think. This is a platter. Very white platter.
We also got some flow there on the key ice sections where the sun goes low. It's a very creative aspect there for this tiebreaker.
Anyways, for those who don't know, this tiebreaker, the only mod you can use is hidden. Other than hidden, you must put on your no fail before playing this tiebreaker. And other than that, this song can get a bit repetitive sometimes. but this repetitiveness makes it to a decent length of 3 minutes and 46 seconds. So hope it doesn't bore you too much.
I don't really got much to say, but I do like the emphasis.
Yeah, that's pretty much the hallmark overall. I think at the ending it does get a little bit more difficult, but it is mostly consistent overall, repetitive, as Ryuji mentioned.
You know about tiebreakers is that they're usually the difficulty you'll see next week.
That is true. And that is your tiebreaker of round of 64 and the whole pool for this week.
Good luck to everyone playing round of 64. And yes, Rube, you should.
Alright, so these are all the maps that you guys gonna be practicing for this week. Total consisting of 12 maps. 4 no mods, 2 hiddens, 2 hard rocks, 2 DTs, 1 mixed mod, 1 tiebreaker. And it'll be best of 9. So whoever player hits 5 points will win. And you'll be moving on to the winner's bracket in round of 32. But for those who lost, fret not. You guys will drop down to the lowest bracket, and you guys will be playing on the lower bracket of round of 32. So this is a 1v1 double elimination bracket. Other than that, please ensure to schedule your matches with the opponent that you guys will be facing this week. Just find a great time that you both can have a good match in a proper condition. Please don't pick like 3 AM for you and just lose a lot of your focus. Yeah, and for those who are not familiar with how the match procedure goes, you guys will roll a number at the beginning of the match. If the rolls are tied, then you guys will roll again. But for those with the high roll, you can choose whether to pick or ban first. If the player chooses to ban first, they will pick second, and the player that bans second will pick first. In the event of 2 bans, the bans must follow the ABAB format, meaning if you ban first, then your opponent bans second. Oh, sorry. The rules are a bit weird here. What I mean is that if you ban first, the opponent bans next, then you'll be the one who gets to pick next. Anyways, in the event of 2 bans, you're also not allowed to ban. Okay, this one you don't need. But yeah, you guys will get only 1 ban for this round 64. And lastly, before I yep this procedure all the way, you can't actually submit a warm-up, so straight away during the match you just have to play the match straight away. A bit unfortunate. Is that correct, Vivians? Okay, sorry, a correction here. You can actually submit your warm-up and then you can play the warm-up during the match. Okay, do apologize. But yeah, that's about it. Do you guys have any other queries?
I think that's it. Good luck to everyone, and practice the pool for sure.
Yeah. As Ceylon mentioned, make sure to practice the poll, and come up with a plan to go against your opponent this week. So please practice it well, choose carefully, and most of all, have fun.